la. PG helped lead the Clippers to their first trip to the Western Conference Finals, and he's averaging 33 points a game since Kawhi Leonard has been out. Stacks is back, but Acho, whose legacy has improved more this postseason, Giannis or PG, homeboy?
Man, y'all know what it is. It's Giannis. And it's Giannis because Giannis is already in a higher tax bracket right now than PG. I'm not talking real tax brackets. I'm talking NBA tax bracket. And he's moving up into a higher one. What do I mean, Sal? You got cats in the NBA who have won NBA regular season MVPs and finals MVPs. Obviously, we know who those cats are. Some of the greatest of all times, the Jordans, the LeBrons, et cetera, et cetera. Okay. Then you got cats with finals MVPs, but don't have the regular season MVPs. Think about the Kawhi Leonards of the world. Then you got the tax bracket that Giannis falls in. You got regular season MVPs, but you really don't have any finals accolades. We talking Karl Malone. We talking Steve Nash. And now you have Giannis. What Giannis has done in this postseason is move him closer into that ever so elusive tax bracket of them cats that have won regular season MVPs and gone to finals and obviously would therefore win a finals MVP. Look at what Giannis did this year. We got the full screen. When Giannis was amongst the stars, he almost shined the brightest. Look at Middleton.
What do you say? Did you say almost?
Durant.
Did I hear almost?
I think he did shine the brightest, but obviously you get paid to debate your boy.
You mean almost.
Giannis, highest plus or minus. Giannis, 32 points a game. Giannis on 57% field goal shooting, and Giannis 13 boards. Look at the stat lines. Giannis had the greatest stat line. Look at the team that won. Giannis was on the team that won. Look at the plus or minuses of the cats on the team that won. So of all the stars, Harden, Durant, Middleton, and Giannis, you can make a very strong argument that Giannis played the best, and obviously he was on the winning team. So when I look at whose legacy improved the most, Stack, when I look at whose legacy improved the most, it's the person who has the most to gain, it's Giannis.
I disagree, my brother. We wouldn't even be talking about Giannis if the Nets wasn't hurt. Let's be real. They wouldn't have got out. They wouldn't have won that series if Giannis if the Nets wasn't hurt. There's no way we would talk about Giannis. It's definitely Paul George. Paul George has been scrutinized for the last couple of years. Talk about he can't do this, he can't do that. Who is playoff P? We haven't seen playoff P. He blamed it on Doc. All this, all that. What is he doing now? Stepping up big time without Kawhi, leading his team without Kawhi, putting up numbers without Kawhi. So when they was down 2-0 in each series, Kawhi didn't get him out the series by himself. Paul George stepped up and played alongside Kawhi to get him to the Western Conference Finals. So it's definitely Paul George. He's silencing all his critics. He's playing big right now and leading his team, and they have a good chance to come up out this Western Conference Finals, man. It's definitely Paul George. We wouldn't even be talking about Giannis if the Nets wasn't hurt. We'll be talking about the Nets playing right now.
Here's the thing, though, Stat. I didn't want to do this to you because you my dog, big dog. But let's be real. If not for Terrence Mann, will we be talking about PG? Uh-oh. If not for Kawhi in round one, will we be talking about PG? Uh-oh. Let's not act like PG ain't get bailed out. I know who bailed the Bucks out in Game 7 when they couldn't find a point. No, sir. No, sir. Bucks could not score for 4 minutes, Stack. And what Giannis do? He said, you know what, Middleton, you've had a turnover in overtime and you missed a jumper. Drew Holiday, you done missed 2 jumpers. Give me the rock. I'm going to go ahead and get a bucket with a minute 12 left in the game. Come on now, Stack. Don't start rewriting history.
Hey, I love Giannis. Nobody in the league plays harder than Giannis. But the most talented and skilled player on that team is Middleton by far.
Talented and skilled does not mean he's the best, but I'll let you have that one.
Your Honor, yes, let me return some order in this court. Let me just say this. Stacks is correct. It's Paul George, baby. Let's start off with this. You got to judge a man by the distance traveled, especially when we're talking about improvement. Okay. And let's talk about the distance that Paul George has traveled this postseason versus the distance Giannis has. Let's talk about it. Has Paul George been the butt of all jokes? Playoff P I got down here, pandemic P, which is the same thing. They just trying to clown my boy. Versus Giannis. I ain't even heard a nickname for him that was of ridicule. I heard the Greek Freak. That sounds like a good nickname. What about of ridicule? Nothing. Despite his shortcomings, no ridicule. Interesting. Okay, I can tell you why later. Here's the thing. So before the playoffs, you'd rather been Giannis. He's a 2-time MVP. The dude has been to the conference finals before. If you look at his resume and squint, And then you look at Charles Barkley's resume and squint, you might think Giannis is a better player than Barkley, even though he ain't. But look at his resume, you say, damn, is that 2 MVPs and Barkley only got one? That's my point. So Giannis already started off at higher ground. And then Paul George has not only caught him, surpassed him in terms of playoff performances this year. Even if you disagree with that, you have to say he's caught up. But if he started off at a worse place, then that means he's made more improvement this postseason. Paul George no longer will be laughed at like he was laughed at a couple of weeks ago. And that's the end game to this conversation. Now let's get deeper.
Yeah, we're going to get deeper. Best case scenario for PG, Stat. Best case scenario for PG Sale is he moves from the category of the Tracy McGrady's of the world, dudes that were really good players but never won in the finals, never even won really in the playoffs, and never won a regular season MVP, to maybe he moves Sale into some sort of hybrid Kawhi category. You never won a regular season accolade, but you led your team to a finals and you won a finals without any other superstars at best. But what can Giannis do? Giannis can move from the category of a dude who's won 2 MVPs, Steve Nash, etc., to a dude who's not only won regular season MVPs, but also a finals MVP. Now you're moving into a category of KD, a category of Kobe, a category of LeBron James, a category of Magic, a category of all these other superstars. Paul George's ceiling is limited because he hasn't done enough to make the same jump that Giannis has made. No, we didn't clown Giannis because he's never been as sorry in the playoffs as PG. But don't act like we didn't clown him. What's Stack up here saying? Stack disrespecting my guy, Giannis Antetokounmpo. Stack up here saying that Giannis ain't even the best player on his team.
He kind of ain't.
Disrespect.
He kind of ain't. I mean, just
Right,
keep
no,
it 1,000.
bring up the full screen, Colvin. Bring up the full screen.
Another full screen?
Bring out the same one we just had up.
Well, that one didn't help.
How y'all gonna tell me that the dude?
Where's the airball stat?
Stat. How you gonna tell me that the dude that got a greater plus or minus, more points per game, shot nearly 20% greater in a field goal, and had more rebounds per game ain't better than the dude that got less than all of it? Somebody got to make that make sense. Somebody, Lord.
Well, the field goal attempts matter too. But, hey, we cannot put Tracy McGrady in that category. Tracy McGrady was injured, okay? He was one of the best we've ever seen. We can't put – and we never can compare Tracy McGrady to Giannis. Let's not do that, okay? That's not even close. Okay, now, we're not going to do that. We are not going to disrespect the great Tracy McGrady.
What is Giannis?
Okay, we cannot
what is Giannis?
No
Giannis ain't great?
No
Wait, Stat. See, I got unbuttoned.
Not that fresh suit.
I'm not saying Giannis
get you off your square.
I'm not saying Giannis isn't great. I'm not saying he isn't great. But me, as a basketball player, I could never put him on the list of the greats shooting air balls from the free throw line. I hold that. That bothers me. That bothers me. I'm sorry. That bothers me.
Stat. The dude averaged 32 and 13 against the world-beaten Nets to send his team to the Eastern Conference Finals.
The wounded Nets.
Yeah, that wasn't the Nets. That was the net. I'm going to tell you right here, Stack, because then I work with Acho, so I know how he hits. You know what I'm saying? I know the angles of his approach, his launch, all that. I know where the ribs at. Let me tell you how to get this boy back. He's showing you him compared to other players in the series. I ain't going to show you Jack. Listen to me. I'm going to compare him against himself. And then realize, Giannis, you're not the same dude you used to be. Previous 3 years in the playoffs, and then this year. Let's do this comparison. His points per game are up. But you know what it's not? His efficiency. Somebody's struggling from the three-point line. Somebody's struggling from the free throw line. Assists are down. Three-point percentage down, free throws down, jump shot, field goal percentage, which Stacks is talking about, is down. And the only thing the same is his field goal percentage. You're not the same. Let's compare Paul George to Paul George. In his first 9 seasons versus this year, do I see more points per game in the postseason? Yes, I do. More assists? Yes, I do. More rebounds? Yes, I do. Higher field goal percentage? Yes, I do. Three-point percentage? Higher.
Wait a minute.
So all this says that Paul George is better than he been, and that Giannis is not the same as he goes.
Wait a minute, Stack. Wait a minute, Sal.
What'd it do?
We gonna start giving credit to people for being sorrier? That's what I heard.